Hi family, I hope you are well. We'll see you again for a new video on your Barça Spotlight channel. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed and to everyone who is subscribing to our channel. We debrief the match that has just ended between FC Barcelona and Leganés from the 31st day of La Liga. Barça was playing away on Leganés pitch. Barça endured the pain at Leganés to secure 3 golden points. In a tough match that saw Balde injured, an own goal from Jorge Sáenz was needed for Barça to put pressure on a Real Madrid side that will play this Sunday, 7 points behind the leaders. Playing in Butarque, as in Vallecas or the Coliseum de Getafe in all these neighborhoods, is synonymous with suffering. These are the stadiums of the other type of football, the one that rewards the most intense player in split balls, the fastest player in second actions, the most energetic in clearances, and also the luckiest player in rebounds. Barça had to do a little of all of this to win 1-0 against Leganés and take a 7-point lead over Real Madrid, who play this Sunday in Vitoria, and 10 points over Atletico, who host Valladolid on Monday. The goal? An own goal from Jorge Sáenz, something logical in such a dense match that got the better of Balde's injury. Perhaps at another point in the season, this match would have been ripe for massive rotation, sandwiched between the first and second legs of a European tie. But La Liga is as important as the Champions League, and even more so in most managers' handbooks. And Hansi Flick made only 2 changes to his starting 11 from the 4-0 victory against Borussia Dortmund in the first leg of the quarterfinals: Ronald Araujo for Pau Cubarsí and Eric Garcia for Frenkie de Jong. At Leganés, Borja Jimenez sought to cause a surprise by starting 18-year-old Ivorian Yan Diomande for the first time, brought in from the reserve team to try to revive a team that had fallen into the relegation zone over the last 2 match days. Barça started with determination, dominating and reaching the Leganés box, but not the goal. 2 crosses from Raphinha and Lamine Yamal from the end line failed to find the goalkeeper, and Lewandowski unleashed a dangerous free kick from the edge of the box. The opposite happened for Leganés, who, emboldened by Barça's early attacks, tested Szczesny with their first chance in the 12th minute. Dani Rabah beat Iñigo Martinez on the left in a worrying defensive error, and his assist was finished off from close range by former Barça youth player Adria Altamira, forcing the Pole into a superb save. Barça were less impetuous from then on, and Dimitrovic didn't need to intervene until the 21st minute to clear a Koundé shot into the top corner which went wide, skimming past Sergio González. Raphinha came even closer to scoring with his left foot from a repeated corner, and a little closer, Lamine Yamal slipped into the box as a false 9 after an excellent pass from Iñigo, but the ball went wide of the goal. Little by little, the battle for shared possession became more physical than technical, and Balde was the worst affected in a tussle with Altamira and was injured in the 39th minute, while Gerard Martin came on as a substitute in the 41st. Barça remained puzzled, and Rabah almost scored in the 44th minute with a left-footed shot on the run. The end of the first half was uncontrollable, with Fermin's diving header being countered by Leganés with a counterattack that Rabah came close to scoring into an empty net. Flick looked for solutions to try to break the 0-0 and brought on De Jong after the break in place of Araujo, leaving Eric in the center of defense. He wanted a cleaner ball release from the back and more fluidity in circulation with the Dutchman. Whether thanks to the positive effect of the substitution or not, Barça took the lead from the start. Raphinha looked for Lewandowski with a characteristic low cross, and Jorge Sáenz found him first, but unfortunately, he put the ball in his own net. 0-1 in the 48th minute, wall demolished. Leganés was left reeling, but Fermin redeemed the decision in the 58th minute. He made a fantastic play in the box, but his shot was too wide of the box against Dimitrovic. Borja Jimenez made substitutions on the bench, and Juan Cruz injected more life into the attack. Leganés claimed a penalty for a non-existent handball from Iñigo, a foretaste of the pressure that would befall the referee. Lewandowski, before being replaced by Ferrin at the same time as Fermin by Gavi, missed a header across the box, and Lamine couldn't catch Dimitrovic without an angle. The penalty didn't come, and Leganés pressed on. Rabah even scored, but he was offside. Borja had already taken a risk with the introduction of 2 strikers in the 75th minute, Munir and Diego Garcia, who shot wide, alone against Szczesny in his first intervention after a superb cross from Juan Cruz. The game became increasingly difficult in the final stretch, with Barça unable to take advantage of the spaces left by Leganés. And it took a miraculous recovery from Iñigo in added time at the feet of Munir as he went off alone to be able to claim victory. Szczesny, another MVP who continues his spectacular streak. The Polish goalkeeper made a superb save against Altamira to prevent Leganés' first goal when the score was 0-0, and he has now gone 22 games without losing and 12 without conceding a goal. Wojciech Szczesny, 34, continues his spectacular streak. The Polish goalkeeper for FC Barcelona, who was named MVP of the La Liga match against Leganés, has now gone 22 games without defeat since Flick decided to give him a starting role, and in 12 of those games, including this Saturday, he has kept a clean sheet. The Pole was the star of the game when he prevented Altamira from making it 1-0. As he stood alone in front of his goal and shot, Szczesny responded in the best possible way by clearing the ball into the corner with both hands. The Pole came out of retirement last October to replace the injured Mark ter Stegen, and 6 months later, he has not only secured his starting spot in goal, but is determined to prove he should be there by the end of the season. In 2025, he became a true talisman for an invincible Barça that, in addition to continuing to destroy its rivals with the stick, also knows how to suffer to emerge victorious from Leganés. Hansi Flick's team recorded its 20th victory in 24 games this year, with Szczesny defending the Blaugrana goal in 22 of them, conceding only 18 goals. Raphinha, the most brilliant player. The Barca winger was awarded the title of brilliant footballer for his continued ability to create chances. Raphinha became the Barca player who shone the most on the Butarque pitch against Leganés. The Brazilian left the controversies behind him, and once back in football he became decisive again. As always, he spared no effort and tried everything in attack. He sacrificed himself in defense by dropping back to defend in an action before the referee whistled for halftime and only just touched the ball so Raba could not make it 1-0. In addition, after the restart he crossed and caused Jorge Sáenz's own goal. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Thanks also to those who will take 2 seconds to like the video. Tell me what you think of the situation in the comment. Give us your opinions in the comment space. Share the video if you haven't already. Thanks again, good luck and see you soon for a new video.